beautiful people, how are you doing? You're welcome once again to my channel. It's always good to have you here. So today I have a very sad story, and I want to share the story with you guys so that we can also learn from it, pick out the lessons as usual. If you have been following my channel, you will notice that once in a while I drop stories that are trending, and then we try to pick out the lessons that we can get from it. So today is one of such days. So I just hope you watch this video to the end so that you could learn from these people's experiences. You don't need to let it happen to you before you learn. There's a reason why people share their stories. So when people share their stories, what you do is listen to it and try to pick one or two things from it so that you can apply it to your own life. So that's what we'll be doing today. Today's story is actually a very sad one. This happened in Lagos State in Nigeria, around Okota side. So there's this MC by the name of Bonus Emmanuel Chigozie who beat his pregnant wife to death. As a matter of fact, the child also died. This couple got married 4 years ago, and according to some anonymous sources, they said that the man has been bullying the wife, has been abusing the wife for so many years. In fact, this started after their first child. So this man is constantly abusing the wife, constantly finding reasons to be violent towards her. And worst of all, the woman lent the man 2.7 million naira. And each time she asks for this money, it's always triggered the man to beat her even more. The funny thing is that the woman got pregnant again, and this is one that took her life. The woman got pregnant again and the beating continued. So story has it that the woman asked for this money again, 2.7 million naira, and it triggered the man, and then he started beating the woman. She was almost giving birth. So as you can see in the picture, the baby is already big. That baby was removed from her stomach, already dead. So it was a big baby. It was a baby that was mature enough to come out. So this man beat his wife to the point that the baby died in the womb. And based on the complications, she was rushed to the hospital. And on getting to the hospital, she also died. So when she was rushed to the hospital, this Bonus Emmanuel Chigozie ran away. So he took off to his heels. He took to his heels, and nobody saw him. So as time went on, he got the news that his wife was dead, and he came back. When he came back, he was crying and he denied every allegation. He said that he was not even around as at the time they took the wife to the hospital. And this is contrary to the sources. Sources like neighbors, they said that it was the man that beat the woman, and this, because of the complications that arose from the beating, the woman was rushed to the hospital. But the man denied everything. So what lessons can we learn from this? So this is talking to people that always make excuses for themselves when they find themselves in abusive relationships. I've discussed domestic violence against men and domestic violence in general on this channel. So I'm going to put the link in my description box so that you go and watch it and learn a thing or two from it. It's never okay to stay with somebody that is abusing you. It does not end well. It really ends well. And sometimes people just they feel that at the long run they are going to change. They rarely change. But while you're waiting for him to change, if he's going to change eventually, do you know if it's going to cost you your life? I always say it. Don't stay with somebody that is abusive. Don't stay with somebody that hits you physically and all those forms of abuse. It's never, and this is not just for women, even men. Imagine if this woman had left. This violence did not start recently. It didn't just take her life at the first instance. It's something that has been reoccurring. So I'm very sure that this man did not intend to kill his wife, but he was being abusive, and that led to the death of his wife. They never intend to kill their partners because it doesn't end well. When you kill, you're going to be tried for murder, you might be jailed, and your life can never be the same. So the intent is not to kill most of the times. The intent is just to abuse. That's what an abusive person does. So there is no excuse. There is no excuse that is okay. I listed some of the excuses that people give. Sometimes they just feel like, who is going to take me? I've given birth to 2 children. I'm in our country they will say you're second hand or whatever that means, and you start feeling inferior, you start feeling, second guessing yourself, you start feeling that you're not good enough for any other person because you've already been with a man, because you've already married, you don't want to be called a divorcee, but staying in such relationships might cost you your life. Can't you see it? Look at this lady by name Itunu. Look at her. She's gone. Her child is gone because she chose to stay. Even if you say you want to stay for your children, it's not enough reason. It is not enough reason. So this is a very sad story, and it's always reoccurring. We hear it every day, and that's why I keep on talking about it. I keep on sharing this story because when I talk about these things on my channel, sometimes it sounds very abstract, but they happen. They are everywhere. They are reoccurring. Even as I'm speaking, there are people that are watching this video now and are in abusive relationship, but they refuse to leave because they feel that the man is going to change or the woman is going to change. It does not get better. And secondly, as a woman, you're in an abusive marriage or in an abusive relationship. What are you doing giving birth to a child in that kind of marriage? It is easier for you to plan your escape with one child or no child at all than 2, 3, 4 children. You are in an abusive marriage and you give birth to the first one, he's hitting you, he's doing this, he's doing a lot of terrible things to you. You give birth to the second one, he's doing it again. Take control of your reproductive health. Take control of it is in your hands. There are so many ways that you can prevent pregnancy in today's world. So you need the knowledge. You need the knowledge for you to be able to, take control of your health. You're the one that will determine if you want to get pregnant or not. Are you not the woman? It is your body. You're the one carrying the pregnancy. So how do you stay with somebody that abuses you over and over again, and you keep on popping children for? The neighbors of this lady said that, after the first child, it continued. Even when she asked for a loan, the guy is beating her every time, and that led to her death. So this thing starts with just a slap. From slap, you enter another level, So don't stay with somebody that abuses you, and stop giving birth to children in such condition. What kind of children do you want to bring up, in such environment? Do you want to groom monsters where they see your husband or your wife bullying you, being violent towards you? There's one video that was trending. I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I think it was a therapist. It was on TikTok actually. I think it was a kind of show, so they just took out a clip and it went viral. This boy, the mother of this boy, got a restraining order, so the boy is not supposed to come near her. And then the therapist was asking why, and she was trying to explain how violent the boy was towards her, and the boy said, "You taught me that. So there was a day that I was standing by the door and you threw a knife at my dad and it just passed my face. You taught me how to be violent." And then the therapist was asking her, "How do you feel knowing that you're the one that..." And the boy was 9 years old when this thing happened. So the therapist was like asking, at 9 he was not able to get a restraining order against you, but you are able to get a restraining order against him. How does that make you feel? So being in a violent environment, and bringing up children in such condition, you can be breeding in monsters, you can be grooming monsters, because they are learning those things, they are learning those violent attitude. I've seen a little boy that was beating his sister and said, that is how daddy used to beat my mommy. That is what he's looking at. So saying that you're staying for the sake of your children, it doesn't make any sense. You're actually damaging those children, keeping them in such condition. So guys, I hope you have learned from this woman's experience, and I know it's not going to be the last of it. This kind of stories are very popular, very, very popular. So I pray that the life of Itunu, I pray that Itunu should rest in peace. I also hope that women out there and men that are in this kind of condition can learn from this woman. It might not even be the physical abuse that kills you, but your health could worsen when you're in that kind of condition. high blood pressure, heart attacks. There are a lot of things that can happen if you find yourself in such condition for a long period of time. So please take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, take care of your physical health too. Don't stay with an abusive partner. It never ends well. Wow, I feel so sad sharing this story, but thank you guys for watching. I hope you learn from this, and I hope you share with somebody that needs to hear this, because sometimes we just need a little push, a little boost to do the right thing. So I hope you share with somebody that needs to hear this. And for those of you that have not subscribed to my channel, please, this will be a good time for you to do so. Click on the subscribe button right below this video and join my community. Thank you very much. I'm going to put the lists of the links to the video I've mentioned in my description box. So all you need to do is go to my description and tap on it. I put there's a video on domestic violence against men. You know that men also face the domestic violence. A lot of men, and theirs is worse because they are always very quiet. Society doesn't allow them to talk. They're not allowed to talk. They're not allowed to speak out because they are men, so they are expected to chest it all in. Sometimes people even feel that it's shameful for a man to claim that the woman is abusing him. So I talked extensively on this. Go and watch that video, go and watch it. And also another video on domestic violence, why victims stay. So these are people excuses that people give in order to stay in abusive relationships. So many people give very sometimes the reasons might seem legit, but when you look at it very well, you see that it's not really worth it. Your life is very important, it's very precious. So there is no reason why you should stay with an abusive partner. So go and watch that video. The link will be in my description box. I really appreciate when you watch it. Let me know what you think about these videos. Let me know if you have experienced these forms of abuse. Share your stories. I want to read from you. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you again next time. Bye.